Hey, happy Limerick Day, all you beautiful radio listeners. Thank you for dropping in on our little happy hour. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching us on YouTube, here's a hand gesture just for you. You're welcome. YouTubers, feel free to hit us up on the chat if you're listening on the radio through 105.1 FM, 1080 AM, online at 1051thefan.com, Odyssey.com, the Odyssey app, or you just ask your smart speaker to play me some sports poetry. And this is what you got. Use the fan text line. It's 503-2GO-FAN. That's 503-864-6326. Use it. Use the text line, use the chat, share your thoughts, ask questions, solicit advice, or answer me this, dear listeners. Who doesn't love a good poem? Lowercase, do you want to hear my limerick I wrote in honor of National Limerick Day?
Hit me with it.
NFL reporter Diana Rossini, caught with a coach in just a bikini. We called it Filetgate, and it's been really great. But is it time to move on from Mike Vrabel's weenie?
There we go.
Yeah? I'll do it. A little disappointed with the headlines the last couple days on Filetgate. It's been a little lackluster.
It's been light.
I feel like we have the NFL schedule coming out this week. We have some transactions. I'm afraid that it might not last us all summer. And I really hoped it would, but I need TMZ. Listen, them hugging at like a 2022 something or other, it's not enough. A little bit more. I need more salacious headlines if this thing's going to keep any momentum going. So
we have the date on the boat.
Yeah, the boat was good.
I need a bumper car receipt.
Yeah.
Maybe a putt-putt.
We need that DNA test for the kid. That's what we really need. We need something that can get it momentum. I mean, we got June and July. You're not even going to have anything other than preseason football in August. If we're going to make it to the regular season on this little roller coaster, we're going to need some highs to go with the lows. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure that there are plenty of people that make all of their money digging this stuff up, and they're working very hard. So I do not want to criticize anybody out there that is trying their absolute best. I've got a big announcement. It's pretty big. There is only a few people that have played every single week of the Major League Baseball weekend series pick'em. There are even fewer people that have played every single week of any take your pick that we have done since the show started. I'm pretty sure the winner of this week's take your pick has not missed a single week. Now I can check because I've got a direct line. Your winner this week is my little sister. Bonnie is our winner. So congratulations. She managed to get the most games correct this week and still have one of the lowest winning percentages in the entire tournament. It's fantastic. Congratulations to her. This is the first time I mention it because I know that she listens to this show fairly consistently, whether it's live or through the podcast. I know she always has some commentary on something that I said by the time I get to the weekend. So hopefully she's hearing me now. We'll have to find out if she's going to be available on Thursday. If you would like to be a champion, if you would like to be a winner and join me for this show every Thursday, we play Take Your Pick at 2:30. It is fantastic. It's one of the more interactive things you can do with the fan. You know what another one is? June 23rd, as Toyota presents the Fan Golf Classic at Langdon Farms. The afternoon round is already sold out. There's less than 10 rounds in the morning round. It's the most fun day of golf. Activations and tasting around the course, including the infamous Angels Envy Bourbon Par 3 6th, where all of the hosts, Dirt and Sprague, Danny and Patrick, myself, Isaac and Suk, will all be posted up to heckle and admire your shots. Of course, we'll keep you fed with a post-round meal thanks to Matt's Barbecue. Have you ever had Matt's Barbecue?
I have not.
Get ready to live. Head to 1051thefan.com and click on the Fan Golf Classic logo to sign up today. The Fan Golf Classic is presented by Toyota. It's brought to you by Vulcan Design and Construction, Henderson & Daughter Windows and Doors, George McCoy at Warren Allen, Attorneys at Law, Battery Exchange, Mastro Dobel Tequila, Your Neighborhood Restaurant Group, Philbrook Law, 1-800-DIVORCE, Roto-Rooter, A Legal Mezcal, and Window Nation. I'm a little sad. I'm not terribly sad, but I'm a little sad.
Why is that?
Lakers are out of the playoffs. They got swept. They got beat up by what Austin Reeves called, and I quote, a really effing good team.
Shall I play the swan song?
You can play whatever you like.
Because it looks like we've reached the final moments of his greatness.
I don't know that he's made any proclamation. I think there's a lot of people that want to try to figure out what's next for LeBron, like before the sweat is even dried off of his shoulders. Like, it's just you're a little jumping the gun. I know that if you asked the question and he were to say anything definitive, oh my gosh, it'd be such a big deal. And I know if you were the one that scooped to find out that he's going elsewhere, whatever, just calm it down.
Let the man drink his wine and
we've got an
rest
entire
a few days.
off. I don't think he drinks wine anymore. If he's drinking wine, that might be a sign. Did somebody see him drink wine?
Someone, after his press conference, someone said, bottle of red. He goes, that's where I'm headed.
Amen to that. He doesn't drink during the season. So, yes, but the whole thing is still pretty good. I mean, his numbers, if you look at him through the postseason, his team, not great. Playing without Luka for the entire series does not help things. Austin Reeves kind of rushed back from injury. There are some missing pieces on that team. Questionable decisions by J.J. Redick, whatever. You ran into a buzzsaw. The Oklahoma City Thunder have not lost a game in this postseason, if you keep track. Now, they're the 1 seed. They get the benefit of playing the Suns in the first round. They get the benefit of playing the Lakers in the second round. They went to 7 with the Nuggets last year. They went to 7 with the Pistons, or the Pacers last year in the final. Other than that, they only lost 1 game because they swept through the first round. They won the series, the Western Conference Finals series against Minnesota 4-1. So they don't lose a lot of postseason games, but they've been tested. They're going to get to wait. I mean, you got a game tonight, Minnesota and San Antonio, and you'll have Victor Wembanyama back. So, they could get a step closer, but there's going to be a game 6. They're tied 2-2, so they're going to sit and wait. They'll get the benefit of that. Spurs looked pretty good against them during the regular season. The Minnesota Timberwolves actually split 2-2 in their series. I didn't look up to see who was playing and who was available in all of those games. 2 of those games I know were played in January. I believe those are the ones that Minnesota won. I cannot say for sure who was in those games, but I know the one in March was one that was won by the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm not going to read too much into that. Postseason is very different. You're going to get opportunities to make adjustments on the fly. We'll see who's healthy. Do you get Jay Will back for the next series?
Who knows?
A lot of things can change. And who's available for Minnesota if they go? Who's available for San Antonio if they go? Which is probably the more likely scenario. But either way, they're really good. Lakers have some holes. The good news is if you're a Lakers fan, Rob Pelinka's come out and said that they would welcome LeBron back with open arms. Oh, really? Shocked to hear that. And then everybody has to put in their 2 cents. Let the man rest. That's what I would say. The other series that we saw last night, I'd like to warn everybody. Karis LeVert already knows this. Do not piss off Donovan Mitchell.
Nope.
Holy cow.
That boy can go.
He was shut down in the first half. 4 points. LeVert was guarding him for a big chunk of that time. LeVert has 17. He started talking a little trash. Might not have been the thing to do. Might not want to show up one of the better scorers that we have seen in this league in the last decade. And dude, Spider just went mad.
45.
39 in the second half. That's the second most points in any half of postseason basketball ever. Cavaliers have now tied up their series. We saw this big back-and-forth swing with home and road in the series against Toronto with the Cavaliers, so I'm not sure what's going on with them, but hey, this is the swing in the right direction. You're the road team. You're the underdog in this series. You were the 1 seed last year. Pistons are the 1 seed this year. Pistons are the newcomers, though. You're the ones with the playoff experience. I know you have James Harden. That's a heavy anchor to carry, but that was pretty fun.
That's going to be a good one. I think that one's going to go down to a Game 7, whether James Harden or not is, I would say available, but again, playoff James Harden.
I'm good for that. Tonight you get Minnesota, San Antonio. That's 5 o'clock on NBC. Then tomorrow night you're going to get Cleveland at Detroit. Friday you get both games. And if they both go to 7, you get both of them on Sunday. That's a pretty fun weekend. So I'm okay with all of those things happening.
I am too.
Yeah, the NBA playoffs, we say farewell to LeBron. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. Good effort last night.
They turned the ball over a lot.
In the entire series.
Yeah, Austin Reeves had 8 turnovers last night. I think it was game 3 where, again, his turnovers were the story.
You know what would have helped
that way last night.
You know what would have helped for the Lakers?
What was that?
You know what would have helped the Lakers? Luka.
There you go.
Come on. I mean, maybe this is karma for him being gifted.
Yeah, the greatest playoff scorer of all.
Gift wrapped and handed to them for absolutely nothing. So maybe this is karmic justice. Who knows? What I do know is we should do some in case you missed it. In case you missed it, the NFL announced that the Chiefs and Broncos will face off on Monday Night Football in Week 1. Fans are already complaining because Patrick Mahomes and Bo Nix both could possibly miss the game as they're returning from injuries. People are saying that it would be unwatchable, but I say look on the bright side. You might not want to see Jarrett Stidham versus Justin Fields, but that's the matchup. And if it is, the odds of Andy Reid or Sean Payton having an arrhythmia on the sideline goes up by 40%. So it's still entertaining. It's still NFL football. I say we calm down. And really, NFL, do we need to leak out the schedule one by one? You've already announced that it's coming out on Thursday. Now you're trickling out the game. Who's in charge of the release? An insecure teenage girl desperate for attention? I mean, honestly, the NFL's like, oh my God, did you hear? The Seahawks are playing like the first game of the season, and nobody knows who they're going to play, but I do. And fans are like, what? And the NFL's like, yeah. And they're like, what? And they're like, yeah, I heard it's going to be the Patriots. No way. OMG. I know. The sad irony is that this week, millions of real teenage girls will go completely ignored because their dads across the country are having full-blown existential crisis over the fact that the Eagles are playing the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Sorry, Madison. I know that you're going to Yale, but Twitter says that Jalen Hurts is playing at 4:30 on Turkey Day, and I need to see if the Cowboys social media guy is going to leak what color the jerseys will be. Honestly, the NFL does a pretty good job hyping people up, but it's probably not need to make fun. Speaking of the NFL, in case you missed it, the NFLPA Executive Director J.C. Tretter is using the 2026 World Cup's mandatory grass fields to demand better surfaces for NFL players and their health. Hey, J.C., I am with you. I love the idea of grass, but you're selling it all wrong. The NFL doesn't care about player safety. Here's how you sell it. Sell it. Tell the NFL that if they go all natural grass, they can charge Tide double for all the new grass stains that you're going to have to be the official laundry detergent of the league. Make a couple phone calls. Be ready. Like, hey, you guys want more money? They're going to be like, yeah. A lot easier. They don't care about a linebacker's knee. They care about that laundry money. Am I right? Let's go.
Or laundry money.
In case you missed it, FIFA is coming under fire for holding on to fans' money for over 100 days after they resold their tickets through the official marketplace. Come on, people. Are you really surprised that FIFA isn't running their business in your best interest? They have a few channels the revenue has to go through before it accidentally ends up in a Swiss bank account. I mean, it's not... Very simple. American football is about that laundry money. International football is about money laundering. That's the big... See?
I was wondering.
You knew I was going to get there. You knew I was going to get there. Trying to step on my punchlines. Luckily, nobody heard you. Jeez. In case you missed it, YouTuber turned pretend boxer Jake Paul admitted that his fake fighting career is in serious jeopardy. Apparently getting your jaw snapped in 2 places by a real heavyweight fighter like Anthony Joshua has some side effects. Honestly, I have to say it's a shame. Just when his career is getting to that fun, getting the living hell beat out of him phase, here he goes and has to get titanium plates stuck in his face.
Serious side effects? The broken jaw's the side effect.
Well, yeah, but it ain't healing, apparently. They're going to have to glue his face back together on the regular. My only hope is that his future pickleball career is easier to ignore. That's all that we can hope for. In case you missed it, Chicago Bears rookie wide receiver Squirrel White abruptly retired from the NFL at just 22 years of age. Nuts. Oh, come on. Kind of love that joke. What are you going to do? In case you, shut up! In case you missed it, Warriors coach Steve Kerr is floating a radical new idea to help the NBA, completely eliminating the three-point line. He says that the analytics revolution has made the game too predictable. This coming from a guy who is the NBA's all-time leader in three-point percentage and coached the greatest shooter in human history. So I want to get this straight. After winning 4 rings by smashing the 3 button, Kerr now wants the entire league to play like the 2026 Blazers? Oh, thank you to our studio audience. At 2:30, we're going to play the fun game of play-by-play back. Our friend Lowercase has made 4 or 5, several play-by-play selections that we will listen to and see if we can use those to predict the future. But next, Julio Rodriguez is stealing fans' flip-flops. What kind of drugs are in Tiger's blood? And good or bad to have a movie based on your life if it makes you look like a murderer? We figured all that out and more in the Daily Buzz. We do it next. It's Happy Hour on 105.1 The Fan.
The new home of the
All right, well, the Mariners get a nice little win against the Astros to start off their series. The Mariners have now won 8 straight against the Astros. A quarter of their wins this season are against the awful Houston Astros, and I know that might be worrisome for some. But you got to beat the bad teams. So, hey, going out and beating the bad team is what you're supposed to do. Nobody in the American League is very good. There are 3 teams above 500. You've got the Rays, the Yankees, and the A's, maybe. Like, there's not a lot of great baseball being played out there. But the other thing that's great about it is it's the Astros. Come on, just beat those guys. I've hated the Astros for such a long time. Ever since they've shared a division, the Astros have absolutely owned the Seattle Mariners. That changed in the middle of August, end of August, early September last year. I think it was end of August last year when they went and swept them on their way to get it into the postseason. So this is fantastic. Fun moment in the game, though, actually came before the game. Julio Rodriguez was in the batting cage, and an Astros fan showed up and starts heckling him and bet his shoes that Julio couldn't hit the Lexus sign in deep left field. Next swing, Julio drilled the exact sign that he called for, and the guy had to give up his flip-flops and then shouted, "I'm just going to go home now." Later in the game, Julio does the exact same thing. During the game, that home runs end up being the difference in the game. Congratulations to the Seattle Mariners. And I should remind you that Cal Raleigh is currently on an 0 for 36 streak, but hey.
Whoa.
It'd be nice if he could get a hit just. But we'll see what happens moving forward. We do have the Vetter Cup this weekend.
Well, you know that's a pretty hard thing to.
That is quite true. You're not wrong about that.
The Buzz.
All right, so what did I say yesterday about the Seattle Mariners? I think it would be fun. You've got this left-handed pitcher down in Double-A, Arkansas, who is absolutely lighting things up. He has 6 starts. He has not given up more than 1 run in any of those starts. He has been striking out more batters than just about anybody at that level. He is a College Baseball World Series MVP last year. He was the number 3 overall pick, but because the teams picking in front of you had some odd situations, was the unanimous number 1 prospect, but was not picked for a litany of other reasons we don't need to get into now. He is sitting there ready. You have Colt Emerson, who's hitting better and better. He had a little bit of a rough spot before a wrist injury pulled him out for a little bit. He has been just increasing his batting average and his power day by day by day. Then I see that the New York Mets are calling up their 21-year-old top prospect outfielder, A.J. Ewing, to try to inject some life into their team. Here's the headline. Mets pull a desperate move amid their nightmare season. So, is my suggestion desperate? And is it amid a nightmare season? I don't think it's either of those things. This is what baseball's supposed to be. It's fun. I was talking yesterday about how many young guys played really well. Addison Barger and Trey Savage and these guys that helped drag the Blue Jays to the World Series. The Dodgers even staying with Pajas last year, who ended up making one of the biggest catches in World Series history to keep the game going. He did not hit at all last year, but that belief in him has, yes, exactly, led to this. Say what you want. Bringing up young guys is important to baseball. Having a mix of veterans and guys that can do it. J.P. Crawford is not your shortstop of the future. Brendan Donovan is not a great third baseman. I don't care who you replace in that lineup. You've got plenty of options. Move some things around. When you have a guy that is a surefire major league prospect and a guy that you expect to be there for a decade, how do I know that? Oh, you just paid him $98 million for the next decade. Maybe just pull him up. Can we just, I don't think it's desperate. I don't think they're having the nightmare season that the Mets are having, so it feels like a very good idea.
The Buzz.
The Seattle Seahawks officially announced the signing of Dante Fowler Jr. And listen, it's a signing. We knew this was happening a couple weeks ago. Not that big of a deal. Here's what I want to point out. This is the recruiting pitch from former Cowboys teammate and current Seahawk ringholder to be when they get delivered at the beginning of next season. DeMarcus Lawrence said to Dante Fowler, and I quote, "If you want to win a Super Bowl, you should come here. Whether or not that comes to fruition, I don't care. That is the attitude in the Seahawks room. That is the attitude of a veteran that was discussed that this could be his final year because he achieved what he wanted to, was winning a championship. It very much sounds like he wants to go back and win another one. So I am a huge fan of this move, especially after you think about the other elements, which is DeMarcus Lawrence is a pretty good resource on, hey, is this guy worth signing? Aiden Dirty, their defensive coordinator, has also coached this guy, and you went through an entire draft and didn't spend a lot of assets on the edge, a position where you did lose a guy in the offseason already. So this, to me, looks promising. I mean, should we just say it now? They're going to win another Super Bowl?
The Buzz.
Oh, the 76ers. It's been a tough run, and this is a hard headline to read, but after the 5th straight playoff exit without reaching the conference finals, the 76ers are reportedly ready to move on from president of basketball operations, Daryl Morey. I mean, can you believe this? A guy that won how many championships in Houston before he came out here, and they're already ready to pull the plug on him? I mean, doesn't everybody just want a GM and a front office that's willing to take big swings and go after these great free agents like Paul George and go out and make big picks and make big splash moves? It always works out, doesn't it? Why did we fall in love with Daryl Morey? Why was anybody ever enamored with this guy? And was there ever a better marriage than, well, he still had the attention of some people in the league, that he married the beautiful 76ers. What a wedding. But apparently the honeymoon is over. It's very sad. But whoever takes over will get saddled with the rest of the $212 million contract that Paul George signed in 2024, and Joel Embiid, who finally has a healthy knee for who knows how long. So congratulations.
And what about Tobias Harris? He plays in Philadelphia. He must.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they spent all that money.
No.
Wasn't Ben Simmons part of the Daryl Morey project?
Oh, yeah, he was.
It's beautiful. I'm sorry to see them not working things out.
The Buzz.
Prosecutors will be granted access to Tiger Woods' prescription drug records, according to ESPN. So the Florida judge said, hey, yeah, we should probably know what this guy was on if we're looking at driving under the influence. So the 50-year-old golf legend, who is currently in a Swiss treatment facility, about to have his dirty laundry aired for everybody to see. We will have to get an expert to go through and tell me what all these... Well, this one's to get him up, and this one's to keep him level, and this one's to kind of mellow him out sometimes, and this one, and this one, and this one.
I'll make the spreadsheet.
Ooh, it's gonna be quite the Venn diagram of seeing which ones interact well with driving, because I don't think a lot of them, and combinations of them, probably not going to go well.
The Buzz.
Hey, congratulations to Cristo Fernandez. Do you know who Cristo Fernandez is?
I do.
Ted Lasso star is now a professional football player. He's going to play for the El Paso Locomotive in the Western Conference of the American Soccer League. So congratulations to the pretend soccer star turning into, a very, 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 very minor real-life soccer star. Congratulations to that. We'll wrap it up with this. Two South Florida police officers are suing Ben Affleck and Matt Damon for defamation, claiming their new movie, The Rip, paints a too real negative portrayal of them. The officers claimed that the movie's details are so specific that their friends and family think they actually stole cartel money and murdered fellow officers.
Did you see it?
I did not. Was it good?
It was a great movie.
Great. Well,
Again,
hopefully
I'm
made
very
a lot of
tough
money.
on Matt Damon and Ben Affleck movies. That one's a real.
There's an interview that I saw with one of those guys. I can't remember. I think it was Matt Damon, but saying how they started their careers together and they wrote together and started movies together.
Oh yeah,
And-
this was after Air came out, the
Yeah.
Jordan movie.
No, this was more recently than that. But he was saying that for a long time, because he was kind of reminiscing. He's like, yeah, for a long time we thought that we had to go and make our own names in Hollywood and didn't want to work together, whatever. And then finally one day we're sitting there talking, we're like, why don't we make movies together anymore? And they just decided it was really fun. You're one of my best friends. We grew up together doing this together. Why not do it? So if you're not happy with the recent pairings of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, get ready for more, because they realized hey, it's easier and it's more fun when we do it together. So let's get back to it. But yeah, the movie a little too real for the guys that it was loosely based on. And here comes a little lawsuit. Like, they must not have sold that much cartel money if they have to sue these guys. So we will see what happens with that. But right now, we'll walk over to the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk and see what we missed.
First on the Fan, I had 2 stories for you prepped just in case I knew you were going to take that Christopher Fernandez story.
Oh, yeah.
Rory McIlroy has cut his PGA Championship practice round short due to a blister.
Ooh.
Rory McIlroy paused his Tuesday afternoon practice round ahead of this week's PGA Championship at Aaron Mink Golf Club in Pennsylvania after just 3 holes of play due to discomfort from an ongoing blister in his right pinky toe.
Ooh, just cut it off and get out there and play. What are you doing? Be a champion.
What's the smallest injury that would keep you sidelined for a golfing event?
For a golfing event?
Yeah, we're not talking about playing 4 quarters in an NBA game or a football game.
No, I'm picking up what you're saying.
What keeps you off the links?
A lot of guys wear white pants out there. What was the guy who had the tummy troubles coming down the back 9 at the Masters? There was a guy who was playing pretty well. Got the food poisoning.
Hao Tong Lee.
Yes, that one.
Overcame a severe stomach bug described as living in the toilet overnight due to constant bathroom visits.
Yeah, that'd be one that would be like you're a long way away. There's times where you have to rush into the woods and go number 1, but when you got to go number 2 or out both ends, that one seemed like clinching while you're swinging feels like it's probably going to throw things off a little bit. And from the evidence we saw of how that tournament worked out, that's the one where I don't think it makes it on injury reports, but that one scares me for a golf tournament.
Does the location of the blister, does that not kind of raise any eyebrows?
It's a blister.
It's
Shut
on
up.
his pinky toe.
This is a practice round. He did not leave the play. Get the moleskin or whatever. You wrap it up. He's gonna. If this was the actual tournament, he bowed out. I think we could rip him a pretty good new one. But I think you do the practice you need to do. You're already infinity times better than me. So
and you won the Masters.
Yeah.
How many weeks ago?
Yeah. I'll trust your prep.
And for more sports scores and stories in 60 minutes, I'm lowercase from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of dirt and spray.
good over Ayton. Boy, Ayton cannot get a defensive rebound. He's around the ball so much, but just doesn't come down with it. Three-pointer, no good. Again, kept alive by Hartenstein, and a foul.
Now, this is what drive you mad if you're J.J. Redick, and it's why we have thought, he has called the numbers of different bigs in this matchup. Maxey and Thero hadn't played much, but you better bring a higher degree of intensity and physicality. You can't put two light hands on him and walk casually when Isaiah Hartenstein is trying to go get a rebound. That will not get it done. One defensive rebound for Ayton in 23 minutes played. The foul was on James. The turnaround jumper no good. And again, Ayton just standing around. Standing there. Mitchell gets the offensive rebound. And Redick looks down to the bench to get somebody else's. Ayton pushes Mitchell, count the basket, and one. And this is absolutely frustrating.
That was from the Lakers Oklahoma City Thunder series, where DeAndre Ayton, well, he was pretty non-existent.
Yeah, but he was also the topic of conversation. When you're so bad that it gets called out like that, what did he have, 1 rebound in the game?
I believe he was 6 points, 2 rebounds.
He got a second rebound. I mean, what a star. Well, I mean, this is one of those things where I think Portland got, pretty well drugged through the mud for paying.
Sorry, three boards.
Oh, congratulations. Pretty well drugged through the mud for paying to get rid of DeAndre Ayton. Of course, he was part of the package with Phoenix, and you have, you get Toumani Camara out of that trade or whatever. So there was benefits to it. But DeAndre Ayton's too talented not to get a second chance, and this now his third chance. I don't know how many people were like me, but thinking like if ever this guy is going to put in max effort, it's playing with a guy like LeBron James, who is so dedicated to basketball that the stories are that he's boring.
Again, you have LeBron on a team, you're destined to go to the playoffs, possibly a championship.
Of course, but you just feel like he has the ability to get the best out of the people around him, and even more so as he gets older and you see the kind of work that he puts in. But this is proof that DeAndre Ayton cannot be motivated to play basketball. He's in the postseason with LeBron. This is game 3 where you played pretty well for the first half and then just kind of puttered out, which happened in the first 3 games.
Played 21 minutes.
Yeah, it's just he can't be out there. I mean, he is the talent to be drafted number 1 overall, but the head to be out of the league in another couple years. Who knows if he gets another opportunity after this? But I feel like the Lakers, after watching the same thing Doris Burke was disgruntled by, is going to be very short-lived. So yeah, pretty funny though. Just that commentary. And there goes another rebound. It just kept going.
And the foul from DeAndre.
Yeah. And if you would like some entertainment, is watch how lethargic he is genuinely being, because they're kind of being nice in just the audio.
Back from Punk's out. There's that. There's that's a problem for the Spurs.
Yeah, that's going to be a flagrant one. That's going to be upgraded.
The criteria for a flagrant. There is a possibility that's a 2.
Oh, man.
That clip was from Game 4 of the Spurs versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, where Victor Wembanyama received his first career ejection. Do you think it carries into tonight?
I mean, he's not suspended, so it certainly doesn't carry into it. But if I'm Minnesota, my goal is to go out there and frustrate him. I thought that's what everybody would be doing this entire postseason. And the Blazers, I think, tried several different things.
Hard to frustrate him when he doesn't play.
Never, yeah. Well, there you go. Never able to get under. He played enough, but they never found a way to get under their skin. But if Naz Reid is that guy, the Minnesota team, I feel like, has been here often enough that they're willing to play the game within the game. And if it's go out and frustrate, and not just Victor Wembanyama, but Mitch Johnson was upset with how physical they were playing against him. The guy is 7'4". You have to figure out a way to even the playing field with him, and I think it's going pushing him around. He is not Shaq, where he is an immovable object, but he does have a huge advantage over everybody, so I expect it to be as physical or more physical when you go into this game, and we've seen that Minnesota has waves of guys, unlike DeAndre Ayton, that are willing to go out and put out max effort and play a little bit dirty and go out there and rough the guy up. And the funniest thing is, sorry I keep giving you homework assignment, but sometimes the visual visuals lend a lot to these things. Did you see the reaction of Dylan Harper in the video and his face in that? That tells you that was quite the elbow. And a dude with a wingspan that's almost 10 feet, that elbow is going out about 5 and just crack right to the neck. It's what I would do if I was Minnesota, is go out and try to get it under his skin again.
Year, ridiculous. 61 home runs, 123 runs batted in. In the air to left field, Rosarena at the wall! Get out! Murakami setting off the fireworks here on Friday night. And the fans are loving the early home run, 1-0 Sox lead.
Well, that was Munetaka Murakami's home run versus the Seattle Mariners. Of course I had to pull that one.
Have you gotten your Mooney jersey yet in the pinstripes?
Placed the order yesterday.
Did you? I knew you love this guy.
He can swing it.
Yep.
He can swing it.
No question. So far, early returns appear to be positive.
But right now, the home run leaders as they stand, Aaron Judge leads with 16, tied with Kyle Schwarber.
And what is that pace that he's on? Because I saw Schwarber was on pace for 63 the other day after cracking 2. So they're at or around there. 61 is the pace for Murakami.
If you heard it, Murakami's on pace for 61. Where do you think we end up landing by the end of the season?
I've said this multiple times, but I would be surprised if we don't have at least one of these guys up there. Don't forget Yordan Alvarez is doing things that you don't really see hitters do. With
tied for 5th with Byron Buxton and Ben Rice with 13 home runs.
Yeah, but his contact rate, his hard hit ball rate, there's a lot of things going on. So I would be surprised if we don't have a few guys at 50 and a couple guys at 60. But I would love it. The home run chase was one of those things where, as I was graduating from high school, and I think it was that summer where you had Sosa and McGuire, and how much fun that was. And the years that followed that, you had the tune in to see what Barry Bonds was going to do at bats. I mean, the home run chase is fun. I still think the most fun you would have is if somebody got close to matching DiMaggio, and if you get up 45, 50 games on a hit streak, I think it would have that same kind of energy. But a home run chases, I've been a part of those, and I know how exciting they can be. So I am all for any number of these guys doing it, but what I really want is I want a race. That would be fun.
Have opted to do here with first base open. They said, don't think we're going to pick on Nick Kurtz, and guess what? He continues to walk right in to the history books, folks. That 19th straight game with a walk ties Teddy Ballgame for the most in Major League history, the most consecutive games with a walk in baseball history.
Well, that was a call from the Sacramento A's game where outfielder Nick Kurtz, well, he's pretty good at baseball. And pitchers are starting to recognize, because he is now tied with Barry Bonds for the second longest streak for having a walk in every game.
Yep, I mean, being a power hitter with patience at, what is he, 22 years old, 23 years old? Is he even that old? But yeah, no, it is fun to watch the Athletics. I have not watched many games in Sacramento, but when they played against the Mariners, they've got my full attention. That lineup is ridiculous. Jacob Wilson and Brent Rooker and Shea Langoliers and Nick Kurtz. They have a lot of guys that can really hit the baseball, and if they stack up some pitching around all of these young hitters, it can be really fun by the time they're ready to open the stadium in Las Vegas. And I think that's fantastic for baseball, having a team move into a city that is built for entertainment, that is going to draw a lot of people on their team's road trips to go and watch these games. Having a team that is good is going to make it that much better. Think what the Golden Knights did to establish hockey in Sin City compared to what the Raiders have done. Now, the Raiders are different because there's only so many road games that are played every year. So those are going to, the NFL is just a whole different animal. But for baseball to have, 81 of these home games and have a team that'll be fun to watch, God, I hope they don't get rid of guys like they have in years past and can hold on to this lineup, because it is a ton of fun. I will say, though, I just said that chasing the Joe DiMaggio hit streak would be fun. Chasing the Ted Williams walk streak, not quite as
the same
entertaining.
juice.
Not quite. Pretty close.
Are the A's the most surprising team in baseball right now?
I'm not terribly surprised by it. I mean, we saw just take what Nick Kurtz did last year alone, and Jacob Wilson was your starting shortstop, and there's guys all over that team that were pretty good. So I would probably say the Braves bounce back just because they're so far ahead in that division. The A's are in first place, but they're like 2 games up above last place. The Rays are a big surprise right now. The entire National League Central is just, every time I look at it, everybody's above 500 in that division. So not quite, but they are among the teams that are playing better. I mean, honestly, a couple surprises in the other direction are shocking as well. Speaking of shocking, there is a new largest winner in daytime television game show history. We'll tell you more about that when we do one more for the road. This is Happy Hour on 105.1 and the Fan Sports Network.
The new
right, kids, if you missed anything from the show or past shows or future shows, find the podcast at 1051thefan.com, Odyssey.com, the Odyssey app, or Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are making a movie based on the Fan Happy Hour podcast. Obviously, you'll have to wait a little bit for that. Lowercase, what are people saying on the text, toy, and YouTube chats we need to address quickly?
Got a texter that said the best round he ever shot. Had to go to the bathroom the entire time.
Well, maybe I'm doing it the wrong way. He had to go number 2 and got some 2s?
Apparently so.
All right, well, that works for me. I have no problem with that. I'll give that a try next time. We'll just go ahead and squeeze and see how it goes.
One more
A big congratulations to Vanessa, the retired veteran from Virginia. She made daytime television history by making $240,000 in a single prizing game on The Price is Right. She is now the biggest winner in history. She won $227,500 in cash, plus a trip to Morocco worth $12,650, totaling for $24,150. Congratulations. Big thanks to everybody that listened. Big thanks to Lowercase. And, of course, thank you, Isaac Ropp. We're all done for now. Bye-bye.